Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
So, could you tell us your name and where your heritage is from?
My name is Nabil Ismail. I'm originally from Morocco. Lived there until turned 18 and then came here to finish my school and just stayed.
Okay.
So
So, what part of Morocco are you originally from?
I'm from Casablanca. So that's it's not the capital is Rabat in this one, but Casablanca is much bigger because that's where most of the commercial transactions and everything. You know, it's like an economic a center, if you will.
Okay. So, when you think about Morocco, what is one place or one thing that stands out to you?
Okay. I mean, there are a few places that I really that would stand out, but one that's for sure that I really would definitely go. Every time I go back and visit. Would be there's this small place called Es Sawira, and it's a smaller town, and all the houses are painted in white, and the doors are in blue.
Wow.
So it almost kind of reflects like the ocean, if you will, like that white and blue thing.
Wow.
And also it has like an old kasbah, and kasbah is like it was like almost like a small fortress.
Oh,
And it has small cannons and everything. It's still preserved there with the cannons there and everything.
okay.
I think it had something to do with the Portuguese or something, or, along those lines. So.
Okay. Wow. That is very amazing. What colors? What other? I know you said blue and I know you said white. What other colors stand out?
So there are many colors. I know that in Fez, which is another one of the earlier cities that was established in Morocco, they have like these big tanneries where if you pass by those tanneries, you're gonna see these almost like wells that have lots of colors, different colors, and the stuff that really stands out would be red, dark yellow, but all these are very dark, and I think they use these colors in making carpets. So when they're all blended together, it gives something really nice. So.
Okay, so rugs, carpets are really big in Morocco.
Yeah, like the Moroccan carpets, and they're slightly more pricey because they're still made like the old way. Like there's no machine involved in them, so they make them all manually. They're labor intensive, so
Oh, wow.
that's one of the reasons. But these are some of the colors that I can think about. Like you can think of these Morocco almost like all the rainbow colors, but darker.
Okay.
So
Picturing that.
So
Interesting.
that's one way of looking at it.
Okay. So when it comes to art in Morocco, would you say that it's more along the lines of like, I don't know, it's like sculptures, statues, or is it more so like textiles? Is it painting, drawings? What's typical for the area?
So some of the stuff that I grew up seeing was like clay work. So you would see like local, like skilled folks, and like they would like just make a lot of these like clay pots or clay plates, and then they would add these really nice patterns to them, and of course they sell them. So this is some of the art that I just saw on the street, and it was very, very popular. And then they would incorporate all these colors that I just told you about. So that's one place I saw art. There is also a lot of these like skilled workers that make like traditional stuff, like traditional textile. There is a lot of that. Traditional shoes, they use them to go to the mosque, or they use them in holidays. There is that. There is also, I want to say some paintings, but the paintings are based on everything that was traditionally done in the past. So
okay.
it was also the colors reflected like how folks lived in the countryside, and or they would describe like how things were done in old cities and stuff like that. So I mean, in short, this is the art that kind of stands out.
Okay.
So to me, like if I think about art in Morocco, that's one place I would
Okay.
talk about.
Interesting. Well, those are my questions. But since we're here, how many languages do you speak?
So I grew up speaking Arabic, and then you learn French in school, and then I just added English to it.
Oh, okay. So trilingual, not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And would you say you're fluent in all three?
I would say so.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. What else can I say?
Arabic is kind of hard to like to write and stuff like that because there's a difference. Like spoken Arabic is not the same as the classical Arabic. And what they teach you in schools is classical Arabic, and it's not. Folks don't use it anymore. But it's still used like in writing articles and stuff like that. So that was always challenging.
Okay.
Like, in writing things in Arabic, just because it's not really
And you all write
used
from
day to day.
right to left, right?
Yeah, right to left. Yep, that's why. Yep.
Interesting. You learned about that in school.
Yeah.
Took an Islam class. We learned about Islam in Zambia, elementary school, secondary school.
Oh, yeah.
They teach it, yes. And then I learned it again here, the Sunnis and the Shiites. But we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
What's one thing you miss about Morocco?
Oh man, it just a lot of things. It's just, life is just easier. Or at least when we lived there, things were just much easier. The pace was a lot slower. Here, I mean, it's just nonstop. I mean, when we grew up there, I mean, just felt that like things were just like, it was just more simpler,
Simpler times.
I mean, things gotten a little bit like more complicated now. Just because, everyone wants to use, the new technology and all that stuff.
Right.
Everyone's taking advantage of that. And especially like in a place like Casablanca, like folks are, I see a lot of similarities when I went like recently. I saw a lot of similarities between there and the way how folks live here. So, but I think if you leave all these bigger cities, things start slowing down a little bit, and it feels a little bit more like the old Morocco, or at least like hints of that.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for
You're welcome.
meeting with us. This is gonna. Already just picturing it in my head. I think it's gonna look amazing.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you. And it's a wrap.